listen up, y'all. It's the queen of automation, Meghan Donnelly, here to give you inspiration. Founders and business owners gather round. I'ma show you how to build systems that'll astound. Streamline your processes, no need.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Queen of Automation podcast, where we talk about why technology is only good when it works and how I help you make it work. My name is Meghan Donnelly and I'm your host. Let's jump right in. In today's episode, I'm going to introduce you to the inner workings of the Digital Unicorns, my digital operations and experience agency. We're going to explore the 4 things we recommend all our customers implement into their business to start building a better experience for both their internal teams and their customers. First things first, I always talk about building a lifestyle. So I'm in the business to help people build a lifestyle. Yes, we talk about technology. We are technology geeks and nerds. But it's for building a lifestyle. It's so that we can help our customers get back time in their lives to do the things they love, to see the people they love, to not have to be at a desk 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, unless they choose to. There are people out there that like to hustle. It's basically so you can build the lifestyle that you want to live and love. And that is what our digital operations, really the definition of what we consider digital operations is: building a lifestyle, not a career, not a business, build a lifestyle. So that's the first thing. I check that off the list with everybody we talk to. The first actual piece of the software that we are going to implement is SOPs. So standard operating procedures. These are, no matter what software you choose to work with, no matter what system you have in place, because there are people that come to us just to create their SOPs. So a standard operating procedure is a document that tells you step by step how to do something. If you do something on repeat every single day and you're doing it the same way every single day, if you record a Loom video and create a standard operating procedure, this way you can hand that task off to somebody else. Let's say it's a manual task that you have to do. You can't have like a software system or an automation to do it for you. And you still want to hand it over to somebody, but you don't have an SOP. You then have to train that person, and you're going to have to train every single person after that to do it. If you create an SOP video of you doing this task step by step by step, you now have a video that you can give to somebody and they can watch and they can repeat your actions, and boom, that's an onboarding SOP for anybody new to your company that's going to perform that action for you. And what's really, really super awesome is Loom now offers AI, which, yes, AI is all over the place these days. I know it is such a buzzword. Here I am using the buzzword. Loom AI is awesome. It takes your video that you just created and it spits out an SOP for you. So it transcribes the video and it then summarizes it and creates the key steps, and it does it all for you. It's super, super awesome. We'll drop the Loom link in our show notes so that you guys can go check out Loom. It basically records your screen, records your actions. You know, it's just like a video like we're doing right now, but it's recording what you're doing on screen, and you'll get a little circle head of you talking so people can see you as you're going through it. And so anybody you onboard into your business, this is like game changing. Now, let's talk about the customer side of things. What's game changing, if you are a service organization or you're someone that is selling products or services that your customers need training on, you can use Loom to do that as well. So like for us, we create Loom videos and Loom SOPs for our customers. You can do that too. You can create a Loom account and you can start recording Loom videos for customers that you work with if they have tasks that you need to train them on. It's a win-win for you and it's a win-win for them. It's super easy to use. So definitely check out the show notes and check out the links. All right. So number 2, that is an essential part of anyone's business, is internal and external onboarding. So what this means is onboarding for your own customers, onboarding for your clients, onboarding for your employees, right? So you need an onboarding. If you are a service-based Actually, it really doesn't matter. I say service-based, but if you're a service-based company, you sell products, you sell memberships, you sell courses, it doesn't, anything that any business needs an onboarding process. How are you getting customers into your world? That's onboarding. What do you do after they sign up for an email? What do you do after they, what's their first interaction like? That can all be automated when you use like an all-in-one system. Like our go-to is GHL, which is Go High Level. It's an all-in-one CRM system, and it's freaking awesome because you can do all of your customer onboarding. You can do your employee onboarding. You can do customer communications with a two-way inbox, and your bill pay and your invoicing. It's connected into Stripe. So all of that lives in one place. It also will build your websites. It will also do funnels. It does memberships and communities. It is a fantastic tool, and I highly recommend everybody go check it out because it's been amazing for us. And we now have built out multiple customers on Go High Level, and it's been amazing for them as well. So internal and external onboarding, when you think about this, like you really need to think about it with two different brains, right? So your customers, how are you getting them into your world? For internal onboarding, that is your clients and your vendors, and that is your employees, right? You want to onboard all of these people in different ways because obviously your customers are not getting the same access to your systems that your employees are. So they're two different workflows, and you really need to think of them as separate entities. But one of the things that I've found with customer onboarding is people often forget to kind of map out that workflow. So one of the things that we'll do with all of our clients is we map out that customer onboarding workflow with them. What's the first thing you want your customer to do, see, understand when they hit your brand, when they hit your world, when they hit your system, when the first thing that you want them to experience? How do you want them to feel? It's all about a feeling, right? Okay. What's the second thing? What else do they need to know? This could be as simple as like a welcome email series, 1, 2, 3, 4. It could be one welcome email series and then a phone call. It could be, it can be whatever you choose it to be and however it fits into your brand, but you need to think about it. Because how you onboard a customer after somebody pays you money, the first interaction that they have with you is a very, very key interaction. It is make or break, right? Like if they have a very poor onboarding experience with you, that is not going to bode well for the continued relationship. And you don't want just a buyer. You don't want somebody to buy your services one time and then never return. You want a lifetime customer. That's the goal. Somebody who is going to be with you always, somebody who is going to recommend you. And a lifetime customer doesn't mean that they're using your services for the rest of their life. It means that they're referring your services to somebody else. We don't have necessarily lifetime customers. Customers don't always need us. When we put the systems in place, there are customers we have. We build out their systems, we build out their operations, and then it's smooth sailing, runs like a well-oiled machine, and they move on. But they refer us to other people, and they give us more business. And that's the goal, right? Like that is still a lifetime brand customer, in my opinion. They still get our emails. That we still talk on a regular basis. That's a lifetime customer. That's who you want in your business. So make sure that you nail the onboarding experience, no matter what system you're using, no matter what software you're using. If you're using Excel and Gmail, nail the onboarding experience. That first interaction is the most important. Bill pay and invoicing, which is great when you use an all-in-one system. That is another thing. Customers do not want to chase you down, right? Like if you don't have a seamless integration with your bill pay and your invoicing, I know I have had that bad experience, and I know that I have provided that bad experience, and I am very fast to pivot. I expect my customers and my team and anyone like that to tell me right away when something is broken, and I immediately fix it, because there's nothing worse than trying to figure out how you're paying software, or if like the let's say your credit card fails. It happens. It happens to everyone, right? Like it's just a thing that happens. But if me as an owner, I have to then go chase that customer down because there's not an automation in place to say, hey, your card failed, click this link and, update it. Or, that can be automated. That should be a system automation that happens instantly. You should not have to manually go chase something down. If you are manually chasing something down, we should talk. Because that's a big deal. So, and customers don't want to deal with that hassle either. They don't want to be bugged by you. They just want to know their bill is paid. And honestly, more oftentimes than not, I find that customers are absolutely willing to give me their credit card information or their bank information, and they will just leave it on file so that it automatically if it's a reoccurring bill, it just gets taken out of their account. I let them pick the day. I tell them, what day would you prefer it to come out on, so that it fits into your budget and it fits into your lifestyle. And they appreciate that. And then we pick a day and boom, that's when the recurring invoice happens. So if you have the opportunity to offer that, more often than not, customers they actually want to keep their credit card on file. They want to keep their information on file because they do not want to have to chase you down. And they definitely don't want you chasing them down. So last, but certainly not least, is the right fit team. People do not think of hiring and outsourcing necessarily as part of their operations. And you absolutely 100% should think of the team, your team, having a team as operations and part of your business. The best thing that I could have there are going to be things in your business that you just can't automate, right? It just is. And if you over automate, it's going to break your business, and it's going to be more hassle than it's worth. So the things that you can't automate, if there are things that you just absolutely hate, and I mean like really hate doing, you should hire a VA or an assistant to help you do them. And it's really cost effective. There are people that I know in the past that have tried to buy a software or trying to get something in place because they can't afford to outsource. They can't afford to hire a person. They can't afford to hire a contractor. So they'll put this software in place, which actually causes them more of a headache. They end up managing the software more and wasting more time because for whatever reason, it's not user friendly. They don't understand it. They don't have time to manage it. So instead, they waste time. They waste money. You can hire a VA, a very, very good VA. There's lots of really, really great people out there that are willing to give you hours and buy very minimal amounts of hours to get you started, 5 hours a month, 10 hours a month. You would be amazed at what these powerhouses can do. And the amount of work that they get done in that time is, I don't even know how to describe it because it's so amazing, because that is what they're good at. Like, that is their job. That is what they're good at. So they're much faster than you are at doing some of those lower level tasks. They're just really good at it. And that's their job. There are usually a lot of solopreneurs that are VAs, and there's, some smaller companies that do, they're like VA houses, if you will, or VA agencies. These people are going to get you so much farther ahead and give you back so much time. That is part of your operations. So all of that stuff, let's say you're not ready to put a big CRM in place, right? Like, you don't have the overhead. You just think it's too much for you. Hire a VA for 10 hours a week or 10 hours a month. Let them pay your bills. Let them read your emails. Let them handle your calendar, and you handle all the other stuff. Like, you can start out small. The idea is to figure out where you're wasting your time and then reverse engineer what is the most revenue generating thing that you're wasting your time on. Start with that. Can I automate it? Can I eliminate it? Or can I outsource it? Those are the three things that you need to realize. Automate, eliminate, outsource. And that's it. And you can change everything that you're doing. And the amount of time that you're going to get back by doing one of those three things is amazing. I highly recommend Rescue Time. It's a tool that you put on your computer. You download it onto your computer, and it will tell you every single thing that you work on to the minute, to the second. And it saved me so much time. It was how I hired my first person on my team, because it tracked literally everything. I could see how many hours I was on LinkedIn. I could see how many hours I was in my email, how many hours I was on my website, how many hours I was doing, like, everything. And it tracks the tabs. It tracks the software that's open on your computer. It literally tracks everything and tells you how long you're spending on each and everything. We'll drop this in the show notes as well. I highly recommend you do this. You will be amazed at the amount of time you're wasting. And I was like shocked. It was one of those where it gives you this report, and I was disgusted by the amount of time I was wasting in certain areas, because it was just like, whoa, I spent 4 hours. It's just the crap we all waste. And you can hook your phone up to it. Don't do that because it's really scary. It's amazing how much time we as humans waste on a daily basis on certain things. Once you have that list, and so I used to check this weekly, on a weekly basis. And once I finally figured out, okay, where I need to stop wasting my time and like what I need to cut back on and like how can I streamline this, I had a roadmap like going forward. Like I had a roadmap telling me, okay, I'm wasting my time here, here, and here. This is a waste of my time. What do I do with this? So like, do I outsource it? Do I eliminate it? I hired my first team member. And it was like, again, it was like 5 hours a month or 10 hours a month. It was very low level. And now she's up to almost full time. And it's, it's amazing. And her role has completely grown. And it's just amazing. So outsourcing is definitely operations. Go check out a Rescue Time. Now I audit my time and my software about once a month, sometimes once a quarter, depending on where I'm at. But it's definitely worth it. All right, everybody, that is it. If you're interested in learning more, shoot me a DM on LinkedIn or check out our website, thequeenofautomation.com, and send me or my team an email. Remember, technology is only good when it works, and I make it work. See you next week.